Namaste, my name is Ruma Chakravarty. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate Dr. Sneha from Sportsnarad for this wonderful initiative to explore feasibilities of employing natural alternative therapies to promote holistic health of sports persons. At the same time, I thank Dr. Sneha for inviting me to share my thoughts on whether music therapy can be considered as one of the alternative therapies to enhance essential qualities of sports persons and in turn improve their overall performance. Before I share my thoughts, let me tell you a little about myself. I have over 20 years of corporate and consulting experience in the training, research and analytics and coaching domains. Presently, I am happily managing my two professions. One is Indian music therapy and the other is leadership executive coaching. I am a trained Hindustani classical musician and passionate about promoting Indian music therapy through my small setup, Factorize. In 2019, we started a project called Propagate Indian Music Therapy with the purpose of documenting the therapeutic applications of our age-old Indian music system, collaborate with different universities and organizations to start courses on Indian music therapy, and to give Indian music therapy genre its due professional recognition in India, and promote music therapy as natural healing measure for diseases, disorders, and also as holistic measure in other areas that invariably include sports. I have been working as an Indian music therapist for almost a decade and a half now, and believe me, every session with a patient or a client teaches me something or the other. I shall be speaking about what is music therapy, how music therapy works, different types of music therapy in short, and then share my thoughts on whether music therapy can help enhance overall sports performance. Alright, so what is music therapy? Music therapy is a non-invasive natural procedure where music is systematically administered as dosage to patients or clients in order to improve their symptoms either from disorders or diseases or generally for harmonizing mind, body, psyche, emotion and for enhancing their inner journey to self-awareness. Music therapy offers evidence-based outcome through both qualitative and quantitative researches. Now, how music therapy works? To offer a simplistic answer, all of us know that we are made up of energy and that energy drives us, right? Our yoga practice too mentions about three bodies: energy body, physical body and causal body. So we are constantly vibrating since the energy in our body is enabling us to vibrate. And depletion of that energy in our body disturbs the vibration, causes imbalances in us, and we become diseased. This was told by our ancestors thousands of years ago, and the same is accepted by modern science today. To realign the vibration, we need suitable energy. Now, how music helps in regaining energy and realigning the vibration? Our brains, on receiving sound energy from music through various sensory organs, process those, send signals to various body parts, including the area having the disorder. This energy flow brings in various physiological changes in our body, including proper flow of neurochemicals and hormones, and that help balance the vibration inside us and in better functioning of the organs. That way, physiological, mental or psychological symptoms can be taken care of by rightly designed music therapy and interventions. Also, music works on the whole brain, giving the brain a complete exercise. No other art form works on the whole brain. And thus, music heals us naturally. Music therapy can be administered through individual therapy sessions or through group therapy sessions. Individual music therapy sessions are targeted for specific requirements. Group music therapy is administered predominantly for a generic requirement. For example, for a sports person who wants to improve, say, pressure handling ability or say focus, individual music therapy session would be specifically designed to address just that requirement. Now, for enhancing team sports performance, group music therapy is best to align all the team members for one goal. At the same time, individual music therapy can also be employed for the members for addressing their specific requirement in the team. And both individual music therapy and group music therapies are used for research purposes. Now, the big question: whether music therapy actually helps in conditioning, deconditioning, or in pattern breaking, or in enhancing the performance of sports persons. The answer may be yes. Let me tell you something. I was a state level volleyball player and represented Meghalaya a number of times during my school and college years. Meghalaya is one of the 7 states of Northeast India. Sharing a photograph of Meghalaya volleyball team, extremely fond memories of those days, Also, I started learning Indian classical music since I was around 4 years old, continued to learn until I was in college. Here I'm speaking about music and also about volleyball. If I just think about my performance in volleyball tournaments, usually I would not be under any kind of pressure on the field when I was playing. Also would not suffer from stress or anxiety much, and could come back quickly even if I made 1 or 2 mistakes on the field. Now, if someone asked me then, was this an effect of music learning, or in other words, did music help overcome these situations then? My answer would have been, I do not know really. Because in those days, I never knew that music could be used as therapy and that it helps in enhancing core resources in us. However, today when I think about, I feel maybe it was music that helped me to be more composed even after missing a few receives or serves or lifts or smashes. Quite possible, because many researchers also prove that music helps in regulating various attributes like stress, motivation, better performance, etc. I'm not discussing any research paper today, maybe some other time. Let us discuss little more about sports first and connect that to music therapy. Many qualities make a good sports person. Any sport demands a complete synchronization between one's mind, body, energy, psyche, emotion, and practice and skill. And overall, it's a complex process. Unless there is a harmony between all the aforementioned attributes, the performance will not be optimal. All sports persons have to go step by step through different stages, such as training, coaching, learning the sport, then practicing it, developing skills and techniques to play well, purpose and goal. Like, why are you learning the sport and where do you want to reach? You want to represent your school, college, state, country. What is that? And finally comes the performance, when you perform to achieve your desired goal. I will speak about 2 things here. One, when you are selected to participate in a competition, and when you are performing or playing the sport in a tournament. When you are selected to play in a competition, either individual or as a part of a team, you are excited because first, you are selected. Second, if you win, you get reward, cash, award, medal, then respect, name, fame, etc. This excitement is very important for your motivation and to train more to play better. However, the same excitement is not great when you perform. Because when you are excited, your mind is incoherent. Your thoughts are dissociated. So during performing the sport, you have to be calm, composed, single-minded, just performance-oriented. A research study by Johns Hopkins University has found that the winner's minds are motionless and still like seabed with no discomposure. Their muscle strength, their agility is great, But what sets them apart is their quickness and flexibility with which their brains are converting input from different senses to commands so that they can take very quick decisions on the field. They condition their brains to attain this state and overcome any competition stress and a crumbling feeling of pressure when they see other competitors win, and even the failure. So here we see both the excited and motivated state and a composed state are required for a sports person to perform well. Now let us come to how music therapy can help in catalyzing these two states, that is excited and motivated state and attaining a composed state to perform better. When we exercise with rhythmic music or just beats, the rhythmic musical input is processed by our brain in such a way that our hands, feet, head, etc. Start to match the beat of the song or the music or just the beats. The pattern of heartbeats too starts synchronizing with the musical rhythm and beats. In this process, heart pumps oxygenated blood to brain, and eventually the central nervous system gets activated with rhythm. This allows rhythmic movement in our whole body with the same flow as that of the rhythmic pattern. Moreover, our brain wave patterns are also similar to musical wave patterns, and thus both can be matched as per requirement for better neurogenesis. This process positively influences our breathing, the most important aspect of healthy mind and body. This also influences muscle and motor coordination, balance, posture, metabolism, focus, functional agilities, etc. And this is experimentally proven. Definitely, when your mind and body is in coordination with energy, you feel motivated to train better and to play better. Also understand, to design music therapy for similar cases, the therapist will need to work with the sports persons to understand the requirement, and then only will be able to design and administer an effective therapeutic rhythmic music. Generally, if you ask me what music I would choose when I train, I would go for say tabla recital, as I can connect to that the most. One of my personal favorite is Shiv Tandav Stotra tabla cover by a young talent called Tabla Guy, I think. And in Shiv Tandav Stotra, actually Ravan praises Shiva's power. The mantra and the beat of the tabla gives me immense energy. I'm just playing a short piece of that. So, yeah. Gives me immense energy. So select a music that helps you energize and focus, that does not distract you from your purpose of why you are doing the training or exercise with music. Such as, distracting lyrics or high-pitched sounds are not something that's going to help you. So choose your music or beats wisely. Now, coming to the mental state while performing the sport. This is when sports persons need to listen to their own inner sound, the sound of the performance. They need to be alert to each external stimulus coming to them through the sensory organs, so that they can take quick decisions to do necessary movements and just perform the best. So they need to collect themselves completely to have a single-minded focus on all their sport techniques and skills and be absolutely calm. Listening to sound from a single swara or a melody with minimum variation of swaras is helpful. Vistar, alap with list alankaran and in lower saptak will work better, to align the sports persons with their inner sound that goes on before performance. Something like So single notes make you centered. They can compose you, they can calm you, yeah, and they can collect your thoughts to go in a single direction. Regular listening of a targeted music therapy, something like this, before their practice sessions will condition their minds to be, performance centric, so that nothing affects them during performance in competitions. Yes, of course, this music therapy has to be designed as per the requirement of the sports person. This is very scientific, since each swara has the power to positively affect our resources and qualities. This is a big topic. If you're interested to know more, you can read my book, Music Therapy with Indian Music, Essentials and Sources, Volume 1. Lyrical music is not suggested for this purpose. So yes, music therapy does help to condition as well as decondition sports people's minds, helps change patterns of responding to situations, and also helps enhance performance. Before I conclude, I would like to mention that music therapy can boost the abilities of a sports person, and in motivating them to learn, coach, train and practice the sports more under expert guidance. So this is primary, and music therapy is complementary and a huge influencer to the primary. So first know your sports well, and then catalyze the performance with the help of music therapy if need be. And if the sports person is already undergoing some music training, then nothing like it. Thank you so much.